A local heart doctor produced more than 130 paintings over the pandemic. 25 News Now reporter Christian Delgado caught up with this doctor to learn more about the cardiologist. Here's Heart Artist, a 25 News Now extra.
This is Dr. Takesh Kumar Parikh, and he's worked for 28 years as a cardiologist. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Parikh has stayed just as busy as ever in the hospital helping heart patients. But on May 10, 2020, he was led to paint in his garage after he was quarantining in a nearby house for the safety of his family. His first work, The House That Harvey Rested On, Memories from Bayshore Drive in Rockport. The hurricane in 2017 leveled the family vacation spot.
I went to the house, and when I entered the house from the seaside, it was just a shock. It was like a bombed out resident with only the walls in the front standing and the roof and everything blown away. So that visual is in my mind. So I painted within the next 2 hours the house that Harvey rested on.
He's never had any courses or lessons. All of this just comes naturally. He says his artwork, more than 130 pieces between May 2020 and October 2021, are examples of reality as perceived by his imagination. Each painting comes with a written story. Once he saw his ability to paint, his imagination took off to its next painting, The Tree with the Golden Limb, inspired by the tree in his own backyard.
To me, I thought, well, if I could do this, how about if I paint that branch that was broken and hanging from the tree? So I called, the same day I made this next painting, it's called The Tree with the Golden Limb. It's like a tree which gives light, gives oxygen and energy to the world. Also, I use the dried limb as more of a kind of a fatherly figure, grandfather figure with conveying wisdom, so I call it The Tree with the Golden Limb.
Dr. Parikh has spent hours and days on so many paintings, he's had to store some in Houston. His paintings range from small 12-inch canvases to paintings that have to be dropped from the second floor of his house just to be viewed. Dr. Parikh says his scientific mind and cultural background are the driving factors in each of his paintings. He also says no two of his paintings will ever be the same.
I try to encompass my scientific background, cultural background, travels, and each of my painting, I call it as my hypothesis. So the hypothesis is there. Now people can build their thesis on it, but I have made the painting the way my imagination has pictured it, and it's there for the world to visualize.
But what's next for Dr. Parikh? He wants to write a book on his own paintings.
Simple. A dive into the synapse, destination, imagination. A dive into the synapse, destination, imagination. So it is, and that's going to be the name of my book too. But so it's look inside your brain. What you will see there at the synaptic level is a whole lot of radiant color, and translate it onto canvas. A dive into the synapse.
During my time with Dr. Parikh, I was reminded of how powerful imagination can be. Whether it's picking up a paintbrush or picking up a new skill, you never know how far and where your imagination can take you.